Okay, Sue, and also anybody else that I might send this to. So I'm right at the beginning. I've cast on the 19 stitches and I knit 1 row. Now it's time to start my short rows. The first one is knit 4 and wrap and turn and knit 4 again. So that knit 4, the wrap and turn knit 4 is essentially going down a little bit and back. So there, I just knit 4. So, and I'm going to show you 2 ways to do the wrap and turn. I'll show you one on this one and then one on the next one. So I knit 4. So I'm going to bring my yarn forward because what we're going to do is wrap the yarn. I'm going to take the yarn this way and it's going to go around that first stitch and then back down the other side when I knit it. So I brought it forward. I move my stitch, put my yarn to back, move it over. Now I'm going to flip it. And here's the stitch that's getting wrapped, okay? Now moving my yarn to back and knit 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's that first step all completed. And when I stretch it out on my needle, I'll notice a little bit of a bigger gap right here than my other stitches. So I'll get ready. Oops, dropping my needle there, no big deal. So in my next step it says knit 5 then wrap and turn, but really I want to knit those 4 first because I have to pick up that wrap to knit with the 5th stitch. So here's the wrap and I can tell it's the wrap because there's like 2 little purl bumps instead of 1. So I'm going to move that stitch to my right needle first. I'm going to go under that wrap and I can also go up into that stitch at the same time. So I have the wrap and the stitch and I knit it together and that was stitch number 5. Now I'm going to wrap my stitch again. This time I'm going to show you the other way. So I'm just going to move the stitch. I didn't bring my yarn forward first. Move the stitch. Flip my work over. Now I'm going to put my yarn to back and move the stitch that I'm wrapping back over to my right hand needle, and my yarn is already in the back so I can start knitting again. So remember in class how I said there's always more than one way to do something. Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera to focus properly while I'm doing this. There we go. So now I'm supposed to knit 6 then wrap and turn, but I'm going to knit 5 because I know on that 6th stitch, here's the wrap right here, and there's the other stitch. I put it on my right needle so I can pick up that wrap, and then I'm going to go through the stitch as well and knit them together. All right, now I'm going to do the first wrap again. Because I knit 6, now I need to wrap. So I bring my yarn forward and I moved my stitch over. I put my yarn in back. So there's the first half of the wrap right there. I'm going to flip my work over, turn. I'm going to move that stitch back to my right needle and there's my wrap. I move my yarn in back and now I'm going to knit back to the end, to the beginning. So right now I'm actually on the wrong side of the work. It's always a little bit difficult to tell right and wrong side when we're doing garter stitch. But with the chicken, our right side of row, the straight edge is always going to be on the right side. Right side of the work, it's looking at me. That straight edge is going to be to the right. Some people say that you don't need to pick up wrap stitches and work with them. I prefer to do it because I just like staying in that habit. So that way, should a pattern specifically tell you to pick up a wrap and turn and knit it or purl it with your stitch, I'm already in that practice. And picking it up when you're not asked to pick it up isn't going to hurt my work. So I knit to the wrap. It's right there. I can see my 2 bumps. I'm going to put it over on my right needle. I'm going to pick that wrap up, put my needle into that stitch as well, knit them together, and now I'm going to wrap the next stitch. So here's the second way I showed you again. Here we go. I'm going to move the stitch from the left needle to the right needle, flip my work over, put my yarn in back, and then move the stitch over and continue to knit the rest of the row. And here's the right side of my work again with the straight edge to the right. I can tell where my wrap and turn is because there's the gap, and I can see my 2 wraps right there. And see, you really can't tell a difference between those picked up stitches, those wrap and turns, whichever one you decide to do. I really hope this helps Sue. You let me know if it doesn't.